Okay, so here's a so-called three-way switch. It's a switch, it has three connectors. On one power enters and on two exits. Okay, and this is going to be used with another one, because that's how you can start and stop the light from here and start and stop the same light from here. And you can start it from here and you can stop it from here. You can start it from here also and you can stop it from there also. So this is the switch itself. It looks like this. It has one entrance here in the middle and two exits. So those are the three connections. That is inserted into this piece of wood. Okay, and on that cut there the wires will exit, something like this. So they will be tucked in inside there somehow. Okay, and the wires will be inserted into this holder, and two screws, one here and one there, and theoretically it should work. So that's the three-way switch. The other will come somewhere here. Modified a little bit the switch. I made a cut here so that the wires can exit, because it will be on the wood itself, so there is no other place where to exit. And cut is done here also on the right side and here on the right side. And thus this surface can be attached there and the wires will come out there, just like here. So they go to the right, and to the right. Although there are two holes for each and every of them, I have to place the wire here into the right one so that it can exit. Otherwise I would need to cut it here in the center also. So that's the switch. It has two screws there. The wires are still loose because otherwise it's harder to mount it with wires at fixed length. Okay, a disadvantage that I noticed is that this can come out if you really want, which is not a good idea. Do not try this at home. From here you might push it away. So that's a piece of wood and I have to pull the cables through it. Pull all the wires, then attach the switch. Don't try it, it's not a good idea. Although it has insulation, it was not in its own hole there, but somewhere there at the corner, and it was cut. And thus the wire which carries power can be in contact with your wood, so it's not a good idea. Do not try it at home. So it did not work for some reason. Now the power is disconnected, it's not plugged in. But look where I suppose was the problem. So here's this wire, and probably it made contact with the plastic part and not with the lower metal part. So I plugged in that wire way too deep into that opening. Now let's try it once again. So now it's working, we have light. So make sure no metal is sticking out so that it will not be in contact with the wood. Okay, and don't insert those wires way too deep because those squeezing elements make contact with the plastic instead of the metal. Okay, and now there's 220 volts here, so be very cautious. I mean, I should be very cautious. So I can start and stop the light from this switch. It has a little bit of delay. This is a 12 volt and 5 amp transformer, and it has a delay. Smaller transformers have much less delay. Okay, so I can start it and I can stop it from this switch, and I can stop it and start it from this switch also. So now it's working. I can turn it off from here. I can power it on from there. I can power it off from here. Power it on from here and power it off from there. So that's a three-way switch. It has 3 wires at one switch. 3 wires there also. Now finally it's ready. We have 3 different levels. We have LEDs everywhere. So now it's off everywhere. And now it's on everywhere. 3-way switch. So the 2 switches are here and there. And there are two because now I can access it from this part also. The lights are on. That's the second, and that's the third one. And I can turn it off from here also. There's the first and here's the second switch. So we have 3, we have 6, and we have 9. The switches for the lights are only here. So from up and from down you cannot access them. So here's the switch. It's for the stairs. So when you go up on the stairs, you have a switch down and you have a switch up. You can turn on the light from here and turn off the light from here, and you can turn it on and off from the top also. So here we have two switches, one is taken apart, and let's analyze this one. It looks like this. It has a contact here, it has another contact there, and an entry point here in the middle. So it works like this. It has two positions, and here's a drawing. So we have the one, the current, let's say, enters there, and it's either going to the second point, or if you switch it goes to the third point. So it switches between 2 and 3. That's the only thing it does. Okay, so 1 is here, there's the number 1, it has a screw, and you have to insert the wire in any of those two holes. Okay, we have the 2 and 3. 2 is here on the right side, it has a screw, and you can insert the wires there, and there's the 3. So it enters here in the center and it exits either here or there. That's inside. And that's the other part. So that's the center. It's here and it's either sending the power to this one or to that one. That little thing, the top one probably soldered onto it. So it sits there on the center, on that metal, and it's making contact here or there. Three-way switch.